Hi there, Colin Hall, Biz Plans UK, on a glorious sunny day here in Surrey, taking Harley for a walk. Say hello, Harley. Thank you, Harley. And it's been, what is it now, 5 days? God, it feels a lot longer, since Liberation Day and the infamous tariffs which President Trump launched upon the world. And in that time, we've seen the stock markets in the US, the UK and around the world drop like a stone, then rally briefly on the rumour that there was going to be a 90-day pause, and then drop again when that rumour turned to be false, and then rise again when a day later that's actually what Trump did, and the day after that drop back down again. All in all, it's been a interesting, let's say, few days, and even if nothing else happens from here on in, even if Trump makes no more tariff policies, tariff changes, bearing in mind he's made more than 80 since he came to power in January, the next few years we're going to see severe economic restrictions on growth, simply because those who are investing money need some surety, some continuity in markets. They need to have some confidence in what's going to happen. And the one thing that Trump doesn't do is provide confidence or continuity. He's very mercurial. He's likely to change his mind from one day to the next, one hour to the next. And in that environment, who is going to risk their money on investing, whether that's domestically or overseas? And that's one of the reasons why these tariffs, if they're designed to attract foreign investment into the US, really aren't going to work, because it's just far too crazy, and the investment timescales for most major investments, building factories, redesigning supply chains, those won't come into fruition until after Trump's presidency is over, and then who knows what's going to happen. So what it really means is depressed economic growth and probably a much higher chance of recession. So in the UK, married to that, we have the ongoing issue of the highest energy prices in the world for industry, and the fourth or fifth highest domestically, and that goes in part to explain what's happening with the Scunthorpe Steelworks, which is apparently losing £700,000 a day, and there's talk of it being nationalised. Well, unless the government does something about energy markets, planning regulations, etc., then that means the government will have to find over £250 million a year to subsidise it. All of this leads to the conclusion that at some point the pressures to scrap the net zero policies and the laws that go with it will become too great, and the Labour Party will have no choice but to water down or get rid of them altogether. Unfortunately, there is a huge worry that will cost them votes amongst progressives, and that's the main reason why, even though they know that the net zero policy is A, harmful to the economy, to jobs and to cost of living crisis, and B, doesn't work in terms of improving the climate and fighting climate change, they're going to continue with it for at least a little while, and you see how the political tiles fall, and whether or not getting rid of it does them less damage than keeping it, which is a shame. So all in all, hold on to your money if you can. Don't make rash investment decisions, and if your investments are based upon overseas trade, if they're based on high or low energy prices, then I would say that at some point in the next couple of years, maybe sooner, we're going to see a severe watering down and maybe even a scrapping of all the net zero goals and adjacent laws. So if you want to know how that affects your company and your investment strategy, give me a call.